Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of GeoGuessr. We're going to try to find ourselves in the world. So let's do an official map here for the world. We want a challenge. We're going to set it for 6 minutes, because that's what I usually do. And I'm going to post this challenge right in chat, assuming I can actually get to chat. There we go. So chat, you now have it. It's also in the video description below. Let's start the challenge. Let's do it. Okay, we are out in the desert. This kind of looks like Arizona. I don't know why I want to say Arizona. Kind of has that general feeling of Arizona-like. So I'm going to drop us right in the Midwestern United States, because that just seems right somehow. Of course, a street sign would be very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Oh, I thought I saw green. That's like way off to the side there. Okay, this is not Arizona. Unless Tong 20 is an Arizona Tong. Why does that sound familiar? I could be making stuff up. Maybe it's not familiar at all, but it kind of sounds familiar. It also looks like... Well, it looks like they're driving on the left side of the road here. I don't know, for some reason with this car, I kind of want to say it's Australian. But I don't know. It looks like an Australian car. I don't know what to say. We have a better sign up here, maybe. Maybe we can read it eventually. It's going to happen. Gazebusho. I mean, I have no idea. Let's try zooming in a little bit here. Is there anything called like Gazebusho around here? Anything large anyway that we can see from here? I mean, Geelong. I'm going to say it's like somewhere around here, but I still don't know. Okay, turn around. We can see this sign is probably the same one we saw going the other way. Yeah, it's basically warning of a curve, or a roundabout, rather. Though we didn't really... Oh, no, it's warning of a stop sign. I mean, this could just be out in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere Australia is actually a thing. It's so hard to tell. I mean, there's just this glare on the road. Okay, we have a sign over here. We just way past. Let's see if this is better. This says... Huh. This is not encouraging me that I'm in the right spot. Like if I zoom in here, what are these numbers? These are A's. These are not R's. So since these aren't R's, maybe... I mean, could we be in Europe? Could be in Europe. I'm just thinking that looks vaguely like Spanish or Puerto Rican or something. I guess we could be in like South America or something. We could be like in like the South Brazil. Isn't that where all the deserts are? Am I making that up? Are there any R's around here? These are just regular numbers, no letters. So maybe not Brazil. We need some place where they drive on the left. And apparently don't put any signs on the right-hand side. Because we haven't seen any signs going this way, only signs pointed the other way. Which is a little weird. We're also not... Okay, so we must be going backwards compared to where the Google car was driving. Still kind of weird we're not seeing very many signs, but... Maybe what I should do is reset and go the other way. It's not necessarily a bad idea. Look at that, just a road to nowhere. So difficult to tell. I mean, the car vaguely looked Australian, but I only say that because it looked vaguely European, but we're in a big flat area, so I think that's why I assume it's Australian. So that could be totally wrong. That could be entirely wrong. I mean, can you really judge a country by its cars? Maybe. If there's any writing on this car, that would be fantastic, but it looks like we're not going to be able to get close enough. And the car like zooms by like really fast, so I can't really. Oh, that's really weird. Like an after image. That is super strange. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to get anything off that car. I look like there might have been something to it, but I don't know. A minute and a half, or less, rather, and that just backed me up for no good reason. And this could be anywhere. I don't think it's the United States. The signs are wrong for it. I'm still thinking Australia, but... Okay, there's an Australian plant? That I don't know. I'm not a florist. I'm not a botanist. I know nothing about plants. That's the second sign we've seen with Tritong. The problem is, even though Tong sounds familiar, couldn't tell you. Power facility says Voda.com. I mean, power facility is kind of giving it too much credit. There's power involved, but I don't know. It could be like a radio read broadcasting station. You know, signal booster. It's very possible. We have less than a minute. 20 seconds, in fact. We're not going to make it 10 miles to Tong, for sure. And even if we did, I'm not sure that would actually help us. I mean, that's clearly Tong in the back way over there. As we rapidly approach it, you can actually see it coming up, which is kind of cool. But I have no idea. We have 3 seconds. I did not place it in Brazil, I think. Okay, well, I didn't place it in Brazil, but we were in South Africa. Was that why it sounded familiar? It's because, you know, there's Tong right there. Oh, the R's, of course. That's what these are. That's, okay. So I have to learn. You see an R in the highway name, South Africa. Okay. Yeah, and that kind of ties in with like a general GeoGuessr rule, right? Is if you have something that looks vaguely like Australia, but it's not Australia, it's going to be South Africa. Okay, you know what? All the clues were there. That was on me. Give that 4 stars. Okay, this... I mean, that satellite dish has seen better days. Just going to say that right now. I'd like to see what's on that satellite dish, though. There's got to be... Digiturk. Could it be that easy? Are we in Turkey? Turkey's still pretty big, though. But could it be that easy? Also, does he wire his treehouse? That's fantastic. It looks like there's a TV going to the... I mean, I call it a treehouse. But that's totally a place for kids to hang out, right? Get away from the parents. And they wired it for TV. Well, that's nice of you guys. You didn't have to do that. I hope the kids appreciate it. Okay, so... This might be Turkey. 50 kilometers an hour. We are driving on the left side of the road. Okay, the stop sign could tell us everything. Assuming that's actually a stop sign. No, it's a be careful of close traffic sign. Though there is another, looks like a sign. Oh, I can't even make it out. It's like a personal information. Why is that blocked out? Huh. Okay. Well, we can keep going down this road then until we find something that isn't blocked out. But I mean, this might be like, I mean, it's beautiful here. This might be Turkey. I don't know. I've never been to Turkey. It's interesting, like, kind of rustic. There's just cows just about. No fences to hold them in, just cows. Okay, so I've learned that the cross out means you are now leaving. So you're now leaving Tekneli. Is Tekneli a city in Turkey? Could be. I don't actually know. So I'm going off the Digiturk, so you know I could be totally off my game here. I don't see anything big enough to show up as Turkey, so maybe it's not a giant city. Doesn't necessarily rule out Turkey, but it definitely makes me a little less confident. All right, let's keep going. We got to enter another city eventually, right? Of course, that might be, 6 minutes away, in which case we totally don't have the time for that. Okay, there's a truck here. Looks like it might be city services. If that's graffiti, that's the best graffiti I've ever seen, but I have no idea what that means. Yeah, it doesn't help me at all. I don't think that's graffiti on the truck, though. It looked a little bit too well designed. That looked like it was a company logo of some kind. So hard to tell. Alright, there are very windy roads here. There's a guy just standing on the side of the road. Do you need help, man? It's kind of weird just standing there looking at the Google car as it drives by. Now I'm all kind of twisted. I need to get just down the frickin' hill or mountain or whatever this is. Okay, I mean, it's gorgeous here. Okay, now I'm totally turned around. I jumped too far and I don't know which way to go. Probably down, right? Probably still going down? Yeah, keep going down. Unfortunately, the next town might be at the bottom of the mountain. And if this is actually a mountain, it could take like upwards of 15-20 minutes to drive all the way down it. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, it could be like halfway down the mountain. It's like we're passing a truck. And we are in a new town called Yenisant. Yenisant. Okay, these are going to be like tiny towns. So Yenisant and technically, which are probably not how you pronounce that at all. Teferny. I mean, it's probably not even close enough. Huh. Dalman. I mean, it's in the mountains, though. Unfortunately, this isn't a topographic map. It's not very topographic. I certainly can't read it. I mean, I guess this would be the mountains here, right? Maybe. Yeah, that's probably about right. Torbally. We haven't seen any highway signs. So we don't actually know where we are. So let's keep going. We have a minute left. I don't know if these guys look Turkish. I have no idea. I've never been to Turkey. They dress Turkish? I don't know. I mean, Yenikent's the name of this town. We know that already. But it is in the middle of freaking nowhere. Like, basically on the side of this mountain. Apparently it's not wired for cable because they all have satellite dishes. So at least they, they get the local news. Maybe world news, for that matter. It's going to take a while to turn around this corner, unfortunately. And that's going to eat up a lot of time for us. No highway markers, huh? And we might not even be on a highway. It's possible this is just a regular old road. Oh man, I got totally turned around. 52, 84, 33. I'm sure that means something to somebody, but I don't know who to what. I'm also not sure which way is down anymore. Because I got turned around there. I just jumped a little bit much. I think this way is down. The way I'm going, not the way I'm facing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what is this? Got a sign. What does the sign say? Akas and Tokat. And that seems like those would have to be pretty big cities. Shit. We were in the right country. That's something. We were on the opposite side. Which is a pity because I originally placed my marker right in the middle. But there it is all the way in the north. It's okay. I mean, District at least landed us in the right country. That's something. We were on a highway. The D850. I'm not sure how we were supposed to know that. And there's Akas right there. Yeah, we would have found it eventually if we had more time, but I mean, we were starting in the south, and that would not have helped us. I think all the clues were there. I'm going to go and give it a 4. Nah, maybe a 3. Okay. Got a windy road here in the middle of nowhere. Let's see what we can do. The camera, kind of not great. Oh, and it bounced me backwards. That's a very helpful game. Thank you. Okay, I mean, you just got to pick a direction and run with it and see what we got. Every once in a while, I keep thinking that 2017 Google is actually a sign on the road. It's not, in case you're wondering. Alright. So on this lone and dusty road, I mean, this could be anywhere. I've seen this driving down the 17. I've seen this driving down the 5. Those are California highways, by the way. I've seen this driving, well, east to west. Did a road trip from California to Florida. that was actually kind of cool. We did a bunch of roadside attractions and a bunch of cool stuff. You know, saw the world's largest pistachio, world's largest roadrunner, I think it was. It was an artificial roadrunner, in case you're wondering. It was like 3 stories tall, I think. And the pistachio was only 2, but it was still probably the world's biggest pistachio. Now, granted, the world's biggest pistachio was also fake. It's made out of concrete, but it was painted really well. The Roadrunner was painted pretty well, too. Let's see. Does the truck have everything on it? Zooming out a little too far there. Can't really tell. There might be something on the back of the truck, but it's gone already. We step forward here. Bertrand's in New York. Moravia, New York. I mean, that's where the truck originates, not where necessarily we are. But hey, man, anything to narrow it down. We at least can theoretically say that we're in the United States. This might actually be Canada. I mean, it's easy enough to get from New York to Canada. But I mean, pretty much, I mean, it's not New York, obviously. I did put the marker near Albany. That might be a mistake. It might actually be in Mordovia or whatever it is. But it seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the truck would necessarily be near its origin point, right? I mean, the shipping company could be anywhere. Shipping company could be, for all I know, I'm just looking around here to see if there's anything. I don't know. It's a red car, man. I don't know. Satellite dish, not really helpful. Still got 3 minutes left, though. And we at least narrowed it down to New York, theoretically. Well, the United States. Well, okay, North America. But still, you know, one of the 7 continents, we've totally narrowed it down. Do they have pictures of Antarctica? Maybe one of the 6 available continents, then. And really, there's not much in the way of Google mapping of, like, China. That's like a huge part of the Asian subcontinent. So, you know, maybe like out of the 5.25. Depends on how you want to count Russia. A lot of Russia seems to be mapped in Google. I mean, funny if this was Russia. It wasn't actually New York. It was, RU? It looked like NY to me, though. It looked like NY. Though you would think that this was a highway, and usually trucks only go on highways unless they're making specific deliveries. You'd think if this was a highway, we'd have seen a mile marker or something by now, right? It does seem a little strange we haven't seen that yet. Haven't even seen a sign saying this long till you get to the next city. Though granted, there haven't been a lot of pull-offs here either. I mean, there seems to be a sizable community. Well, sizable. People live here. That's sizable enough, right? You can call that a community. I don't know if it's a village, a town, a hamlet, what? It's a barn. That's what that is. Actually, that could be a school? No, it's a firehouse. It's totally a firehouse. Yeah. Look at the way the garage is arranged. Clearly for fire. Nothing on their sign, though, huh? Well, you guys don't believe in communicating with your community? Come on, man. Let's have something funny on the sign. You know, starting fire since 1958, so we have something to put out. Something like that. Okay, maybe not that specifically. That might actually be a really bad sign for a firehouse to put out. Kind of weird they have a sign out that they can actually do lettering on anyway. I've never seen a firehouse with that before. Usually you see that on churches, schools sometimes. Every once in a while a museum will have it. But to have it in front of a firehouse? Maybe it used to be a church. And then they converted it later. It's possible. Maybe it is still a church. Maybe it was a firehouse and they converted it to a church. It's kind of weird I didn't see any religious iconography on it, though. Less than 30 seconds. I pronounced iconography wrong. And in fact, I continue to do it. I do that purely to upset you. It's totally on purpose. Not an accident at all. We're not seeing any mile markers. We don't know what highway we're on. We think we're in New York. And I think that's all the information we're going to get. Maybe if we had gone the other way, we might have more information, but maybe not. Maybe that was it. Maybe this is as close as we get. We're somewhere in New York. I think we're going to have to call it. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. What do we got? We were in New York. Okay, we're not actually that far off. 77 kilometers. I mean, it's better than we were. But I'm not sure how we could have told that we were on Highway 30. And we went pretty far. We went like... I mean, we didn't quite make it to Hope. Maybe we did. I mean, maybe we were in Hope. Dump Road. I mean, maybe we did make it there. But, I mean, I didn't see a river, so maybe we weren't clicking as fast as I thought. The cabin's in Hope. Now, see, if I had seen that, I would have maybe at least narrowed it down to there and been a little bit closer. So maybe I wasn't going south, maybe I was going north. Anyway, don't really love that location, and the camera sucks. Change up the camera, we might be in a good spot. Okay, where are we at? That's a good question. No freaking clue. Let's see. I mean, these houses are on stilts. That kind of seems to indicate that it floods a lot here. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That could be anywhere. That sign is not in English. That's... Shoot, man. I can't tell if that's Spanish or Portuguese. So... Is it South America? Hotel Regines. I mean, that's nice and all. I need like a city name, though. Or a highway or something. Wait. They're back up. There's writing on the road. Inside. Distress. I think that means it's Portuguese. I'm going to guess Brazil. Because it's the largest Portuguese country I know. I mean, it could be Chile or somewhere else that they speak Portuguese, but I don't know if Chile actually speaks Portuguese or not. Oh, wait, here we go. Tourists. Temperature. But where? Where? Brazil. Brazil. Amazons, Manaus. Yeah, so this is all in Brazil. Okay, thank you, Tourist Bus. You are fantastic. I love you a lot. Okay, so we are somewhere in Brazil. Now, Brazil's still pretty freaking enormous. So where? Drogaria. I think that just means drugstore. I could be wrong, though. I have no idea. Okay. I mean, if we're near the Amazon... Shit. I don't even know where the Amazon is, to be honest. Isn't this the Amazon here? Maybe? Yeah, Manaus. We in Manaus? Maybe? We could be, like, actually right here, as far as I know. Maybe? I mean, this looks huge. But maybe it's not actually that large. It looks like they're saying we need workers, ask for opportunities. But yeah, it looks like we might actually be... That says Ecuador. Are we actually on the equator? No, that's not right. Ecuador's all the way up here. Oh, but not actually that far. Yeah, there's the equator. Oh, yeah, because there's Ecuador, which means equator, I think. Yeah, so that might actually be denoting where the equator is. So are we actually further up? We could be in, like... Could be in the state of Manaus? I hate to take my marker away there. I can't tell if there are any other settlements around the area. I don't know, man. Maybe don't take your mouse away from it. Or maybe don't take your marker away from there. Put it back in Manaus. We'll keep going. But if that's actually the equator line, that's actually telling you, hey, the equator is here, then it would have to be up, right? Something Jerusalem. Hard to tell what that is. Should step through really carefully here. Don't want to miss anything too... I mean, something could be really revealing right here, and I don't want to just give that up. Ponto de Carne. Okay. I mean, there's lamb there. Oh, the police has got to tell us, right? Well, the police car outside of it, does that mean it's a police station? It doesn't look like a police station I've ever seen, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm not worldly. I don't know. Huh. Huh. There's a neat church over there. Sure, that'd be interesting to go to. And you call this one Maya. Well, I now seem less convinced that we're where I think we were. It's okay. Can we zoom in here? Yeah, it really seems like we're saying we're in the municipality of it. But we're not actually, like, there in the city. Is that a separate... And there's a state of the Amazon. But see, that goes out. So, I mean, out as far as we could go, be like up here. Is that on the equator? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so the real question is, where do we start? So let's go back. There should be a flag. Yeah, there it is. Turn to start. So we went that way, I think. Yeah, because we didn't go up this. So we're not too far away from the equator. In fact, I would guess... I mean, it said... Okay, so we might actually be on the 174 for all I know. Let's go this way. Maybe we can. And maybe it'll say it's a 174 because that would really help us. And we're not too far away. If that's actually the equator mark and we got the right state, we might be in a good spot. Please tell me I'm on the 174. There's a sign right over there that we can turn around and look at. Okay. Go 40 miles an hour. Or 40 kilometers an hour, rather. Not necessarily helpful. The sign way over there that I don't... Oh. Okay. We were totally in the right state. But I should have put us in Manau because we were actually far closer. Because we weren't on the 174. We were actually on the AM 010. Oh, and we were probably... Yeah, that might have been... This is right here is where we saw, right? The, I don't know. There's nothing else there. How far did we go? And we started there. That's basically on the Amazon. Oh, it's a little offshoot of the Amazon, but still the Amazon. Still, though, we're pretty close. I put us too far north because of the whole equator thing. So I'm really confused what that's all about. Maybe I was trying to tell people the equator is up north, like 20 miles or something. Or 260 kilometers, actually. That's a lot farther than I thought. Alright, all the clues were there. I didn't pull it together in time. But if I had put it on but now, we would have actually had a far better time, I think. So yeah, I probably got all the way to, like, the outskirts of Manau. That's probably what we saw. Okay. Okay. Last one. My score's going to be pretty bad here. 90. It's got to be kilometers per hour, right? I can't think of anywhere that does a 90 mile per hour speed limit. So yeah, it's got to be kilometers. It's got to be. We're driving on the right-hand side of the road. It says 90 kilometers. Or are we driving on the right-hand side of the road? Maybe we're not. Look where that car's going. There's also a sign over there, which you might as well look at. Which way is that car going? Oh, no. See, that car's on the right side of the road. Okay. Okay, that's about what we thought. So, right-hand side of the road. And going 90 miles an hour. I mean, it could be like Montana or something, I guess. For a long time, there wasn't a speed limit in Montana, I think. But these signs are all... I mean, they're international, but these look like American signs to me. There's a sign over here. Let's see what it says. Okay. Los Evergreen something. Transport site. I can barely read this. Still, though, it is America. Somewhere. Somewhere in America. Somewhere in America. Things are happening. Is there a better sign? I mean, it's facing the wrong way, but maybe? Nope, nope, nothing on that sign. Huh. Okay, there's a green sign over here. It might tell us what city we're in. Or what city we're about to hit. Montjoly, Price, and St. Octave. I mean, Canada? That kind of makes me think we're in Canada. I'm just putting in Ontario because why not? But yeah, there might be just North American signs. They might not be US signs. Let's see if this says anything. Okay, almost see it. Amqui, Price, and St. Octave. The hell is St. Octave? I mean, it seems like Amqui would be like a French name in like Quebec, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's possible I have no idea what I'm talking about. In fact, you should just guarantee that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Now, most of Canada is a frozen wasteland, but not all of it. It's a question of where these roads go and whether or not it actually gets this amazingly green up there, but maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Canada of some type, but I don't know where. There was a sign there that I did not see where exactly that was. Passed by a little bit too fast. I mean, it's gorgeous here. If I lived here, I wouldn't move. And look at these houses. These are great houses. Accepted dépassement. Yeah, see, suddenly we get French signs. I'm thinking this is Canada. Signs in French, but in kind of the American style, if that makes sense. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is France. That'd be funny. Be off by an entire continent again. Have them without Australia, I guess. Which is actually South Africa. It'd be funny if this was South Africa. That doesn't seem exactly right. Let's back up. 500 meters. I mean, it could be Canada or it could be France. I don't know. We don't have a definitive answer on that yet. And this road is going to kill me, I swear. Though, in Canada, don't all the signs have to be in both French and English? So, with that being the case, maybe we're not in Canada. Because there's no way they're having it. Yeah, there's no way they're going to have signs just in French. What if you live in Quebec and don't speak French? If you live in Quebec and don't speak French, you should probably move. But, I mean, that's a gorgeous church. What are the chances a church like that is going to be in Canada? I mean, that is beautiful. But is that in a colonial style? That's a good question. There's a sign here that I can't zoom in on, but it looks like it's someone is petitioning for election. Could it be France? I mean, maybe. I don't remember the names now, but maybe. We have less than a minute. I thought we were in North America, but I could be wrong. It's like Saint-Joly and some other places. I don't remember. Just kind of bullshit right now. Octave, something like that. We can go back. We have less than 45 seconds. Go back. It's 90. We were going this way, I think, when we saw those signs. Yeah. Maybe. I'm going to place the marker down in France. Just somewhere in France so we don't get off the wrong counter. If it's in Canada, though, I'm going to be so pissed. It'll happen. I will rage. I will rage. And in France, they do drive on the right-hand side. Junction 234. Oh, man. Are the highways actually named improperly? I put it in France. I'm not going to do anything yet, but if this has 234 on it. 316. I didn't even realize there was a 234 there. 399. I was in the wrong frickin'... Yep. It was Canada. I should have left the marker where it was. That was totally on me. I give myself 1 star for that, but that's not fair to the game. All the clues were there. I had it in the right place, and I started doubting myself. And really, that's totally on me. So that gets a 4 star. I did really horribly there. The wrong continent on 2 of those guesses. Alright, well that'll do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This has been GeoGuessr. I'm PC Universe. You're PC Universe 2. And I'll see you guys next time.